Right, good afternoon all. Chernarus, that's where we're at now. I'm gonna do so the airfield should be through there. I'm probably gonna make my way eventually back down to Chernarus to give this flag to, I think it was the woodsman. That'll be today's hopeful end result. Although we have got the military over that hill there. And I have stashed that code lock. Might see if that's still there. Because Chernarus up on the hill, the actual town. And this is the airstrip. I could really do with finding a map. Don't mind if I do. I've got two options. Do I just go in a yeah, I'll go to the military. I think it's going to get dark. There might be a convoy there. Yes, up that top there you go. I might, again I might swing down to, is it Devil's Castle? The only thing is I don't know if the stuff despawns, whether it'll be there or not. I do want to try and bump into more people. If possible. But like the couple we bumped into yesterday, obviously fresh spawn spawning in, they're more likely to chat, potentially. They can still try and knock you out, but they're more likely to chat. As soon as you start coming anywhere up here, it gets decidedly less friendly. Might cook in our house, I reckon. Should be enough. I don't know if that's worth waiting until it gets. I'll go for it. At least it'll be dark when we got to the military, and then we'll cut west and follow that route into Servergrad. I got a thread plus. I think I've only ever had 2 before. I'll just pop the camera on because it's going to be getting dark. It should be bright enough, a little bit brighter for you. Obviously it's snowing again, so it's made the of the screen a little bit darker anyway. I don't know how prolific MVGs are. I mean, the night again doesn't last too long. Yeah, stick up this rather than run straight across the field. So that's the track that you follow, that takes you all the way in. Obviously you don't get them up here, but I haven't heard or seen a heli on my travels so far, but I've seen obviously the train convoys, the police, events. Just hoping I don't overshoot the military. You know, on like my sense of direction. So these trees are quite good for those temporary shelters. If you set them right, you can't see them. Extremely difficult to see. Well, I think if I go this way, I'll hit the track. Yeah, I've gone too far to sort of like the northeast, I think. Because this is the town with a fire station as well. Yeah, I need to be more over that way, I think. Can we see any flag poles? This might be where the gun emporium is. This is when a set of binos are handy. Don't really, excuse me. I don't really want to be skulking around in the dark. I'd rather it be, stick to the skulking in for the woods. A double-edged sword, they can see you, but you can also potentially see them. So that sounded like a gas strike. Let's see if I'm right. We should come along either a footpath or the barracks. And that's when our compass is just so handy for that little bit of navigating. There it is. So let's go into skulk mode. I will just check the that little stash hole. Yes, I'd gone a bit too far to the, I think the northeast, but I think that's where the gun emporium is. Oh, the convoy's here. Oh, good lord. More loot. An officer zombie as well. I've got nothing suppressed. Yeah, so this is a small... Do a quick loop. It's a bit more protection, but I need a... I thought leather kit repaired vests, but it must be a boxy. Now, do I check? I need to check that other truck. Knifey booties. There's 2 more trucks. There's one here and there's one over there. the old adrenaline goes when you're in there. Just any of the military places. Well, good afternoon or good morning, depending on where you are, Wesley. Thank you very much for popping in. I've just found a convoy. I'm just squirreling away my loot. It's a bit of a I'm just going to see because I'm not sure how long things stay in the map before they despawn. I need to get to the edge. I've got a little hidey hole. I think I might have got a little bit lost. It's normally just straight down. See, this is when a compass is really handy. How are you today then? Too easy to get turned around. I think this is it. Don't know how I got lost there. We should be overlooking Navia, not Navia, good afternoon. Good, Bear. How is things with you? Thank you very much for popping in. I'm just getting lost in the dark. Yeah, just getting lost in the dark. I've managed to find a convoy at the military, and I've got a little. It's not that one. There's a little hidey hole, but I've got a little bit turned around in the dark. and yeah, it's getting a little bit light now. But yeah, I got a little bit turned around. I've got a plate, but leather kits on this server don't repair them. Unfortunately, just epoxy does. But I'm going to stash this plate. Yeah, so just... Yeah, so this is a handy little place down here. But again, I'm not sure how long stuff stays before it despawns. Now, they're both badly damaged. I've got 16 storage, and I just don't know if I can get... I've got 5 there. This is always the difficulty with... Right, that's a spare one. So if I can get rid of that storage into here... What's going to be your next stream, Bear? Is it dayz, or are you mixing it up? I've put the plate on. Well, this is 6 slots that I've just managed to get. I could get rid of that if need be. I still think there should be I said this the other day, a Tetris mod when you're trying to sort out all your stuff. So if I need a fishing rod, no, fishing rod's in the combat jacket, so I think put you there. We definitely need to keep the sharpening stone. Oh, I might give that. I'm not played on that one. I've not played on that one. I'll give them a look. 'Cause I don't want to, don't say do too much of this. I want to enjoy this. Oh, you can't even put. So I got the ballistic vest, low insulation, low installation. What can I drop? Yeah, I think I'll have to give that a look. Well, I reckon I'm going to swap the blood bag for the sharpening stone. I mean, what do I do? I mean, doesn't matter, you're more shootable regardless. Because I got one shotted on this one. Right, yeah. And they're good servers all the time, aren't they? You know, very well done. On this one, they've got the when you get shot, it's an instant fade to black, so there's no direction where you got shot from. So if if you're teamed up, you can't say, "Oh, he shot me from the left." You're literally instantly gone. So on this one, I had a couple of good interactions with some of the players, and went to my next location and literally left their base and got I'm going to drop the Derringer. I'm quite wary, because as soon as you start wearing all this sort of stuff, you're more of a target. I need epoxy. You're more of a target, so it's a completely double-edged sword. If you don't wear it, you're going to get shot. If you do wear it, you're going to get shot. I want to take that back down to Chernarus, because the woodsman, that's their flag, and they said if I find any, drop that off to them. So where are we going to head into now? I don't think this will be here long. I'm not sure how long it lasts. Yeah, it's like when I think when that might have been John. Did he do? Yeah, Alteria, didn't he? He done Alteria. When I went on his one, that was really good. When it comes out and there's a lot more people on there, because you can't beat the interactions. I'll run into Chernarus. I take it there's no like server issues like there was, I think, yesterday. I mean, I never experienced any, but I don't know if they're back to normal. Yeah, it's a shame when. But yeah, I'll give that one. I might again, because I don't want to overload this, because I enjoy it, but I don't want to overload it. And get like fed up with it, because I think this will. Well, I mean, that's Chernarus anyway, but it's a really good theme where if you can get to know a bit about it, interact with people. Yeah, I wouldn't mind popping on Alteria again, because I've probably not been on that for it must be 6, 7, 8, 9 months, I reckon. And that's also another good thing with dayz, being able to set up your own privates. I'm not chasing shots. how to, if there's no, is that wolves if there's another one? Or is that players? I'll move down here a bit, I think. I think with some of the zero ones, or this one, I can get like 50 ping, 34 ping. Fireworks. If not, it's a dushka or something like that. You know they're going to finish by the time I get there. Oh, I know where they are. Is that them there? I think that's that little carnival just before you get to Servergrad. That made me jump, that did. So we know there's people about. But I can't. I mean, I think you can, obviously I know you can go into the settings and you can set gas anywhere. Just put the coordinates in and you can set your own gas zone radiuses. But I think where he was, or where that was, is that little carnival supermarket-y place just up the road here. Well, it's just I think the obviously the name without is already taken. The name itself was my first ever like World of Warcraft character many moons ago, and I've just stuck with that. But yeah, that was because when I was thinking of a username, it's probably not the most apt, but yeah, when I was thinking of one, I just started to use that, and it sort of like stuck. But yeah, the 44 was just the just a number I picked because the actual name was taken. Well, it was mainly as well when I started to use it in other games, which would probably show a little bit about my sense of humour or lack of. It was mainly for kill feeds as well. So, you know, if it come to kill feeds, you've been killed by ginger balls. Now, I can't think of a worse death or how you would actually achieve that, you know, smothering them or the smell. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's where the name came from. And for the kill feeds, it just popped up. You know, you've been killed by ginger balls. I think that's got to be one of the biggest insults out. And it's sort of stuck. You know, it's just stuck ever since. When you don't have to think too much about a username. I think on the odd game it's classed as inappropriate, I think, so you can't use it, but on the majority of them you can just put it in. I just love this game where the server's over. Well, they've got a higher pop than a vanilla service. There's a higher pop. So although the server's just over, or when I came on, it was over half full of the pop it's got. So it's nearly full. It would nearly be full on an official server, and you still, you know, you hear shots, but you just don't necessarily see other players. I'm always wary with because you just don't know who's got MVGs. I would guess that the guy or girl who let off the fireworks would be going into server grad, but they could be coming this way, you just never know. I think I heard a player. Well, funny you should say that. That was also another reason I picked that number. Yeah, 4 was my favourite, so yes, I used that twice. Yes, yeah, same here. I like the look of it. It's nice even. All right. Yeah, 4 for the 4th. I like it. It's now getting lighter. When you've got the summer camp over this way. But it's with this one again. I was reluctant to put the plate on because I don't want to look. You know, I don't want to. I know it can save you, but I don't want to look too aggressive if you meet like normal people. As in, you know, I'd rather have the other one on, but you. if you want to have an interest in, I done it briefly yesterday without realising. If you want an interesting session to the game, put your headphones on the wrong ears and see how it messes up your equilibrium when you're trying to hear noises and they're not coming from the direction you thought they were coming in. Yeah, I put the right on the left and the other way round, and there's no wonder they were coming from a different direction. I couldn't understand why at first. It was like, it's, you know, because I think somebody said that obviously there was an update and their audio was messed up. So I think if I had an update that I don't know about and my audio was messed up, and it wasn't until I put them on I realised, yeah, I had them on the wrong way around. And yeah, it was just bizarre. You know, you're like looking and you can't see them and they hit you from the wrong side. It weren't until I put them back on again that I realised I had my headphones on the wrong ears. I mean, that L&R is just advisory, isn't it? It's not like recommended use, it's just advisory. Yeah, because I think there's been a big, or not say big, but there's been another update on experimental today. So I think a lot of people are jumping on that to see what changes there are. But I think I'll wait until it comes out on stable. I have had a go, but and I picked a bug up as well. You had unlimited swimming stamina when you press shift and went into front crawl. You just carried on fast swimming even when your stamina was all gone. You just carried on front crawling. If you released, it then filled up again. So I put that in the bug tracker. That was quite straightforward to do. I'd say the first time I've actually done it. Probably need to build another fire. I think that's the town south of Servergrad. Should see the church on the hill. And there is a summer camp. I mean, again, I'm always a little bit more confident when I've got a map, just so you can check your bearings and then the compass to make sure you're heading in the right direction. I saw your hunt showdown short. I think you sniped somebody from quite a distance, which was like a snapshot, but you sniped them. now starting to get light. Yeah, so they're the apartments. That's the quarry. Yeah, I'm going to get I'll have to build a fire soon. If not, I'll get sick. Yes, it's a church. Do I check the train station? Check the train station and up over the hill to the castle. Check a few houses. I think I stashed a run across an open field as it's getting light, which is always good. just trying to get that balance between exploring, trying to genuinely just meet people, but getting into a position where people aren't going to be friendly regardless of the server because of where you are on the map. So we have discovered there's gas, there's convoys. The only thing I haven't seen yet is a heli. I like the jerry cans anyway. The Whistle Stop Diner. Take the gamma off for you so you don't get blinded, burn your retinas out. Yeah, so the steroids are dodgy. Not steroid, the Sobors are dodgy. Last time I was able to navigate my way south with the compass past Gorka. I know there is a base up here anyway. I don't know if it's been raided. If I can find, yeah, CR mag. See, I can't, and that's the thing about. Obviously, I got, you can die to one bullet out of a 2-2, but I haven't really got much. I got a chambered CR with like 10 rounds, or 11, including the one in it, and a blaze with no bullets. So, and again, no storage. Yeah, no storage for to be able to. I've got some. I've got a can of food, but when that's gone. for? Blaze rounds. A box of blaze rounds. Oh no, where's my coat jacket gone? Oh. I'm now going to get attacked here as well. Not if I run this way, hopefully. I know it's the way I just came. Well, they might not be aggroed on me. Famous last words. I've come a cropper to. I have seen them here though before, aggro on deer. Because we were up, funnily enough, we were up in the top of that castle and we heard the wolves. And looked out of the castle and you could see him chasing a deer in that field over there. But again, if you now hear shots, I thought that chicken was a wolf. A chick wolf. Yeah. So that was at Chernarus. That's where the Emporium was, where I looked, where I was overwatching that town. If now was the time of day, that'd be a good place to go and I might have been lucky. I think it's had a base. You can at least check the steps. obviously you've got the traders, they must be able to trade stuff for nails, but because some of the, and obviously the players might have been on here for a long while to be able to gather resources. Because I've only found one box. Yeah, so they've built this up since, no, there's so much to it. I think I dropped a weapon round in that bush, wasn't it? Where did I drop? It is, I mean, the sky, when they, these little changes again, the quality of life, little adjustments they make. Again, it's not, but you'll know it better than me when you come to like any sort of like mods or anything on a map. You know, you ask 10 different people, you'll get 10 different ideas of what they want. And you can't please everybody. You know, you can't. You know, some people want, every time there's a patch, they want a different gun. I think there's enough guns. For me, I think there's enough guns in the game for this, especially the vanilla game. And I think the idea is, like, you've got like the SVD. I was thinking about this the other day. So you've got the SVD, I think, which, and the DMR. And they're like the scope on the SVD isn't great, you know, it'd be better if it was telescopic, but then it becomes OP. But on the modded servers, you can have, you know, they've got all the, you can add all stuff like that if you want, but I think the idea is, same as a PU scope, it's okay, but as soon as you put a telescopic scope on something, a lot of it becomes OP, in my humble opinion. You know, it's all about decisions. Do I take this gun? Yeah. Yeah, because that is a mark, you know. Like I said, I don't normally live long enough to see much of like the end, you know, end tier guns. I have done, you know. Especially, I think I had a good run. I spawned in on, and I went the western loot route. And I think I was able to hit a few, there was like a couple of convoys, a heli. I was able to hit them and got looted up just on the coast. I don't know if that's a mod that, or just randomly it locks the doors. Could do with a compass. I'm going to have to eat this food as well. Eat this in the tree line. Okay, it is interesting playing this this particular map because it's not all about trying to get geared and then hunting players. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm just trying to explore the map, and it didn't take me long after I woke up again on the coast. It didn't take me too long to get a little bit of stuff together to be able to start exploring again. It didn't take long at all. I think Chernarus, Electro, and then up Steroy. And I think Steroy I went cross country, Berezino, up the eastern coast. Then like here we are. I say going up to Tizzy for loot. It's not really necessary for me, But a lot of people do. They'll get fixated on, I need to get this, I need to get that, and not explore the map. That's what we want. I know the same. Oh, look at that, I'm all in bran. That should help with the temperature a little bit. And an iron-sighted CR as well. I've never really been a fan of this because of the damage. I mean, it's better than nothing, and actually without that I would have a pistol. But I've never really been a fan of it doesn't seem to do much damage. But for hunting it's fine. Which I've got some slots now for some meat if I shoot one. I might take a but it always makes me like, when I think I was saying it yesterday to some guys, that you think you found an excellent place to build a stash, and quite often I've randomly, because I've got lost like I always do, I've just run into it randomly, and you think, you spent ages thinking of a good place to build. And you end up like randomly running into somebody's stash base. Some people build like little camps in them, So the sun's there. So I'm heading south-ish. I think I just got to be careful. I think I'll run into or run round. The Sobors. Because I think if I go too far that way, I can head into Gork, and it's now getting light, and it's now getting to the time where I think a lot of people may be popping on, or a lot more of the main population will start logging on. Yeah, you can run through the woods, and this is the thing about this game. I bet some people on here live in the woods. They'll have a stream, or they've managed to get a barrel to catch water potentially. I mean, I've got some seeds, they probably, but they're only here though. You can only plant in greenhouses. You can't grow plots. When I went south last time, you go past, I should see Zenit, I think, and the other castle. That's never good. Let's run this way. I'm going further west, aren't I? Again, it could be animals or other players, or it could be me. Hopefully not. Yeah, so there's Zenith there. Just see it over there. Is that a fox? Fucking... Give me a heart attack. Yeah, I think on a bright day, with a, you can see the other castle from the other castle. Just resisting the urge to run across an open field. If I go to, well, if I go west, it's towards the airfield. But I do need to. As you run straight across an open field. I've got Puri tabs so I can get water. I think the mission will be to get down to the coast and drop this flag and build some supplies off. Yeah, I think, yeah, most of them, I think, obviously PvE wise, I think for me, a compass and a knife or something sharp, that's all I need to get started. So I think if I'm not careful, I might end up at whichever Sobal's got the military. Yeah, whoever invented that fox noise. So definitely gone south. I just missed that other castle. Another shooting stand there. Come on, we've got a scoop at least. Oh no, we want some 308. That's what we want. I think apart from my Mark II that I had on the other incarnation, I haven't shot a gun yet. Oh no, I shot the BK when I shot those dogs. Oh yeah, what I'll do, the plan is, this is the plan. We'll go to Chernarus. It's not far, you can literally sprint, as long as I don't get lost again, you literally go south and you can come in it that way. And then I'm going to go west when I drop this stuff off to them. Do a bit of fishing, get caught up again with drop this stuff off, give myself a bit more inventory space. Oh, I've forgotten a lot of the names. I think that's that little town just to the east of the airfield. I forget the name of it. maybe jump as well. Get to this tree line. Get to the tree line. Walk a bit further south before I start thinking of, I guess, my temperature. Oh shit, we're at VMC. Am I at the airfield? I tell you, sense of direction is terrible. I'm not going to the airfield. I want to go this way. So that's where a compass is quite important. Well, for me it is. So the sun's moved round. This is when I'll stray into, when I had the map and compass last time, I was able to navigate it. I'd probably been in Chernarus by now. I think if I go too much further to that way, I think I'll get to Zelenogorsk. I know what it is. I've been like skirting the tree lines, and that's what's made me get a little bit disjointed. We find a tree to do a little bit of stealth fishing. Yeah, so I can tell if obviously that's somebody's territory there. I can't. The mission's to get. Oh, I'm terrible. Sense of direction. I know where I am. So I'm at the Sobors. The military's just there. Scoot round this, and if you go up there, you get to over the hill and you get to VMC. So nowhere near where I thought I was. Yeah, so you've got Big Red and you've got the military there. Well, at least we haven't strayed into the Gorka area. Yeah, so we thought I'll run down there, I should be alright, if I get there. Yeah, it's quite a big base there. There's a blue NBC zombie. Must be really cold. Again, straight across an open field towards a tree line where somebody could be in. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to do a bit of stealth fishing. Not sure if I'll make it down to the coast. And this is where if you've got the like vanilla in-game map, it will show you like ponds and things. Or I'll have to shoot something. And this is where, because I got a bit turned around. Yeah, because I'm starting to starve to death now, so I need to find if there's a little stream or something, or a little pond. So we're going downhill. I know there is I might have to use my emergency match up. Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does. It's a horrible noise, but it's quite, very accurate. Especially for the rabbits as well. Right, so I need to find a tree that's off. Is that a road there? I'll have to do it here. It might not be safe, but if I push it too much. Oh, come on. Yeah, this could be a mistake as a location, but it's just not worth here one piece, my last. I have to step back, so I think I'm standing on the fire. So hopefully I'm hidden. It won't take long once it's cooking. Come on. Get hot enough. I thought that was clipped too far into the tree and it wouldn't let me. But in reality, this whole tree would burn on fire. Have a massive bonfire. Yeah, if you try and push it, just gotta make sure I go in the right direction. And my sense of direction is terrible. Actually, I recognise places when I see them, but ended up at the airfield when I thought, unless the sun, again, I'm not sure what the time acceleration is. But you know, I thought I had the sun on my left. I'll be heading south. No, that's unusual. I mean, I might be because I'm outside, but I got 3. This is better clothing than what I had. It must be because I'm outside. Oh, there we go. I cried it in. So at least we'll get the buff and that'll stop our food from going down quite as quickly. That water didn't last long. Yeah, you only need to go like yellow health. Again, it's the thing at this game, you can go downhill so quickly. If I hadn't had that fox, I'd have probably been struggling to find a water source. I think it was on Bitterroot where I had to sledgehammer a cow to death. It took ages. It took ages, but yeah, I had no gun or anything like that. Are you going out now? Yeah, you won't have long. You've not got long left. Oh, the hell's going down because I'm hot. Yeah, you can't really see it too well. That's the castle, another one of the castles. So I think if we follow this down. Is that Zug or the other one? I haven't got a map, so I can't tell. But there's a stream down here now as well as a... yeah. So I may... yeah, you can get underneath that tree to do a little bit of stealth. There should be enough famous last words, barring any little... what space have I got? 4. What is carp? That's 4, isn't it? Should we catch one fish? Just in case I get directionally challenged again. If I think you get carp here, so that'll be there are 2, aren't they? They're smaller than mackerel. There we go. I even caught a saltwater carp yesterday, or was it the day before? Yeah, I caught a saltwater carp. Cue the Tetris music. Right, fill this up, and I have not disinfected it yet. I think you can get away briefly as well with so I haven't disinfected. It's just if somebody takes me out, or if I find a well, I'll empty it out. May have to cook this fish. I think half the problem is I sprint. I hold shift down too much. Well, I should just be jogging like this. I can't help it. It's difficult not to, but obviously when you have to conserve your food, it's difficult not to press shift. That's green, and yes, Green Mountain there. I think the clowns. Yeah, well, when I left that, when I got a free restart, was it yesterday or the day before on this one? I went into a tree to look at my map, and I don't know where because again, I didn't get any direction of where they got me from. It just fades you to black. But yeah, I try to be a little bit more observant, because it is quite often. Well, I'm a terrible shot anyway, but it is quite often. If you see someone, and I'm not a particularly good shot, you can try and avoid them. You know, or at least if you see them, you can put your hand up until they see you. But yeah, I mean, you only get a good shot or a better shot by shooting, obviously. But quite often with dayz, it can be a very brutal game where you don't even get to shoot your gun, or you don't even see the person that kills you. And that time you go out looking for PvP, quite often you don't find it, and that's when you're least expecting it. You know, when you get it. But I'm sort of hoping that if people do sneak up on you, they'll try and hold you up rather than just outright. I mean, they can, but I'm hoping that there's a bit more living to be done. Do I swap it for that? I'm not triple carrying. Has it got any bullets in it though? No. Even like now, I'm terrible at like getting lax and like running across an open field when I should go to this tree line. It doesn't. I mean, there's a hut here. You know, just go to the tree line. Random pretty. Oh crikey! Oh, it's a dodgy little church. Yeah, I mean, I have the odd time. I think that was on Alteria because that had been a particularly shooty map against me. I managed to. I had a Tundra, and obviously there was a heli crash, and I basically camped it out, overlooked it, and was about to go in, and I saw someone on the hillside snurgling down to the helicopter. So I just waited, and he cleared the zombies. And unfortunately for him, I had a bottle suppressor on the Tundra. I missed the. I think he jinked not just before or just as I shot, he moved, but because he was attacking the zombie, I don't think he heard it. And then when he went round to get into the back of the helicopter, I don't know if you've experienced that, where sometimes you get stuck on the door getting in as you crouch, and that was just long enough for me to one-shot him. But as always, I went and collected his loot, scurried off with a backpack, and then somebody else who was overwatching attacked me. I don't think they killed me, but then somebody had set a fire as a distraction in a house. So obviously I was fixated on the smoke, and obviously trying to have a look there, and they came round from the side and got me. But I always try and learn something from the from any death. Just try and learn something from it. But the trouble is, there's that many different scenarios you can come across. One thing I don't actually manage to shoot that many people, but one thing I'm terrible at is overwatching, or just leaving the body and overwatching, not rushing in. So I did kill 2 players on, I think it was on Spaggy's Chernarus, up by the summer camp. I don't think they were necessarily following me, but I saw they were headed in my direction. When I looked back like that, I could see something move. So obviously there's that little wooden bridge as you come up to the summer camp north of the quarry. I just followed the little creek bed up to the summer camp. I was laid behind the bridge, and they both come running past. So I shot one outright with a shotgun, broke the other one's leg, then killed him. And I was all excited about getting a double kill, that a third party or one of their teammates came on, she finished me off. And the same again on Alteria, somebody double blazed me and missed me, took him out with the single barrel shotgun, completely disregarded there could be somebody else. I literally stood over the body and then died. But it's just difficult when you. So I think some of the people who do a lot of PvP and are used to it, you'll see them, they'll shoot them and they'll run off. They'll just do a big loop round and they don't go back. They don't go to the body for ages. I think most of my problem is I'd probably forget where the body was, run in the completely opposite direction and lose it, or take that long to try and find it. It'll end up despawning. But yeah, it is one of them. I've tried V++ for a bit of PvP, but yes, you get to use some of the guns you wouldn't necessarily use. But I don't think it's not the sort of PvP you find in dayz a lot of the times. It definitely helps you with your shooting, without a doubt, but I just don't think it's the type of. Just all running round and very loud as well. Yeah, I had a look. There aren't that many. I think Karma Crew's Ulterior map is probably the most popular at the moment. Well, I've never. I might try that Anastasia, whatever it is. Come on, I want to hand this flag in. Ooh. Well, that was going to be a leg breaker then. If I had the like the in-game map, or obviously the in-game map here, but the vanilla map, I'll be able to pinpoint where I was, or have a better idea. I mean, there's a police station. I'm not sure what that town is, but I know if I head this way, I'll hit the coast eventually. Famous last words. I still like that. It can be frustrating, but I still like the element of that I can get lost because I don't know the map that well at all. Because it is surprising what you can find by mistake. You know, I could find a little stash in the woods. You know, I've been running that, probably running that far in the wrong direction. I'll end up on Sakal. Is this the road? I saw that. I never played it, but it is. That's that. You know, the community that keeps that keeps that sort of thing going. And I like the way a lot of them all rotate their maps, don't they? You know. Yeah, they all rotate their maps so that it's not the. But yeah, I think I was watching. Was it Hey Barnaby? And he was playing it, and all of a sudden you heard like the lasers shoot. Getting shot at by the lasers, and then the little voiceovers. There we are. So we're now coming into the top end, I think. Yeah, there's the proud Chernarus monument right there. But this is where, come on. Here, you got the proud Chernarus monument. So we're nearly completed our little mission I set for myself. I mean, don't speak too soon because it could all go horribly wrong. That's what I think. It's all about the balance. Some of the mods are so, so well done. That it's, it really improves it. But I've been on somewhere, again, there's nothing wrong. It's just like personal preference. But they've had all like multicoloured guns, loads of different types of ammunition, so you don't really know. Yeah, loads of different calibers. And it was just confusing, which gun was... Which gun was what. And there was loads of them. There was loads of guns. Brightly coloured Barretts. The big... Like the Star Wars type of helmets before the Star Wars servers came out. I mean, again, it was good, but it was just, yeah, it weren't my thing. I'm not knocking it, because again, it's individual, preference. But I haven't got any rounds for it. I don't want a double... Have I got any rounds for it, though? No. What I'm gonna do... Will this fit in there or not? No. Don't think any of them will they? Nah, I mean, the difficulty is you stand more chance of getting KOS'd. Okay, let's go for it. With a gun in your hand to not having your gun in the hand, so I just need to tell them that I'm triple carrying, so I've got no space, and I can give them the... And obviously I hate triple carrying the best of times. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Right, where are we? I'm going to drop the blaze off and I'm going to come and get it. Because I haven't got any rounds for that either. Let me just try and... that's where all the... Yeah, so I need to go. They're up this way, aren't they? See, normally I'd be, but here you stand a higher chance of getting, yeah, somebody's randomly shooting you because you got your gun out. I need to find somewhere where I'm going to be able to find it. What I will do, I'll get the actual gun I can shoot if I do get shot at. And that's just outside Chernarus, so it isn't... Yeah, I'll stash the blaze and then just come back for it. Right, so we're behind that block of flats. Because we're the crane, they're by the crane. That's one thing I do not miss at all about console, is zooming in and seeing all the tents start to spawn in and render in, because the poor little old console can't cope. Absolutely guarantee you I'm not going to be able to find that. But if they give me some 76254, I won't really need it. Yeah, down there. Probably could have carried it a bit further, but I'll go that way and I'll go west and up the other side of the map. Yeah, I'm not sure how long stuff lasts. Yeah, by the other, I think there's some houses there where that industrial thing. There's a house there. I'll just cook this fish. Because there's no real end game to the game. You can set yourself little missions. You know, do a couple of hours. And I know on, obviously, a lot of the servers, I think I saw you playing on one where, or was it you? I can't remember, but where you can actually take missions in game through the radio, like the down pilot and things like that. So that, again, it increases the playability of the game. And also that blaze was damaged, so this is worn, and that was pristine. I mean, I'd give them the, well, I don't know, it depends how many rounds they could give me, but I'd give them the CR. Just have the Mosin, because again, I'm not going to be cutting around with an M4 or there's a house there. I think that's where I cooked in last time, and that's when I bumped into him. I came this way. So if I follow that road, this up by the apartments, I should be able to pick that up. Who am I kidding? I won't be able to find out. It might be on. It might as well be on a different server. This is day 4, is it day 4 or day 5? Day 4, I think. day 4 of being, you know, exploring this place. Because these guys gave me some tundra ammo. Again, I never got to shot that. I never got to shoot that. And I can just do some fishing. I'll ruin that and I'll do some fishing. I've got a couple of knives to... I've got your bare onesie there. That jacket. Do I run to the well? Yeah, I'll come in from that way.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Oh, yes. Lagged out for me there. Or I've lagged out. Always worth just checking these because you never realise what some people may leave behind, or you do get stuff spawning back in, but you sometimes don't. Another set of pliers. Hello, hello, hello. Anybody home? Hello, hello. Anybody home? I come bearing gifts. Guess not. Could be fishing down by their little hut. Check down by their little fishing shack. I have got the radio. I think they did. They did tell me what channel they were on. Huh. I think that's up by. Is it pushed? Is it pushed there? I think that's where I cut my cropper. It's actually the pliers, isn't it? They did give me the code, but it didn't work. Cooking pot, cooking pot. No, that mackerel is good. I think there was a jacket. I just want to get loads of fish again, trying to get ahead on the food. Could have been that military up there. I think he said there might be people living in there. Go and say hello one more time, and I think I'll call it if they're not in. And just get on the radio next time. Catch one more fish. Yeah, and on the Discord, there's not supposed to be any in-game stuff. What I'm not supposed to do is go in there and say, "Oh yeah, I've got a flag for you. Can you?" It's also, hello.
I'm killing myself.
Why? You don't need to.
I'm trying to find my friend Marty. What's your name, bud?
Rusty P.
Rusty P. I'm Patty.
Is it what? Paddy? Don't do it. Don't do it. There's more.
Gotta do it.
You can explore. You can explore this lovely new world.
I gotta do it.
No. Well, I won't say no to his stuff. And a battery. What do you want? It's a bit like Uber delivery, isn't it? Got Uber bandage and a battery. They combine. Again, I didn't even see him then. I know he was climbing up there. If he had a pistol, he could have one-shot me then, and that's the problem. You get so like fixated on like looking for something else, you don't see what is literally in front of you. Obviously, what a different spawn, his mate's going to be somewhere else. Oh, I didn't have a battery in that, so now you've got a battery, and that leaves me another space for a fish. Oh, do I see how I get a carp from in here? 1, 2, 3. No, I shall get another fish. Then I'll just log out in the trees there. Wellingtons, come on. No, I want a cooking pot. I got Wellingtons. Didn't really want Wellingtons. So I think you can get heat maps on some servers, but I'd just be interested to see where people, not for bases, but just see where people do go. You know, where they, like where I got lost when I was trying to go somewhere quite straightforward. I pretty much went on a complete 360. Yeah, I think I'll log out. Or do I cook this? I'll cook this just so I'm not having to do it when I first log in. Go to probably the worst place to cook. Yeah, that's the road up to push to there. Pack of smokes. That's like if you're trying to build like a stealthy base, you remember how many logs you can get out of a tree before it falls down, so you can literally have like one log or get 2 logs and leave the tree standing, so you're not. I should use a frying pan, but it's. I need a stick. Yeah, bushy, 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 bushy. Just in case. And then I will. I'll cook this, run back there, and then find a little place to log out. The irony is I don't even like fish. I think that's the thing I've eaten the most since the update, or since the cow came out. I'd probably starve to death. Greetings. Greetings. Anybody home? Not those sort of people, though. I'm still pressing E because of Moria. Yeah, I'll log out. Let me just log out. Yeah, I think I'll call it there. I'm just gonna... I just really need to offload my stuff. Need to find a safe little place to log out. But yeah, I think I'll call it there. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for chatting, Bear. It's always makes time fly. A bit more exploring done on the map. Yeah, it's just I need a... Oh, crikey. I just need a map. Just to make things just easier for getting round. I'm not fussed, you know. I'm not fussed if I run into the wrong area, as long as I know I'm in the wrong area. You know, it's just difficult to navigate. I might eat all these. Yeah, you got to be careful where you log out, because you end up... Yeah, you couldn't normally eat, I think, these many pieces of fish without getting full. But yeah, so I say thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for joining in. I might play a different map, just to mix it up a little bit, just so it's not too. Because I enjoy this one, and I want to play it more, but I don't want to play it obviously too much and get a little bit fed up with it. So always, thank you very much for watching, and I shall catch you all later. Have a good evening or afternoon, depending where you are. Good night.